How's everyone doing?
Good. Let everyone get their recording going. With me, Brian. Okay. All right, who's got a question? Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Justin. Brian Halford, the camera. Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Just give me your impressions of your first game here at Colorado after you know those school for so long, and the second part of that, just can you assess how you felt the offensive line did in that first game?
I think for 5 men that were brought together in the amount of time that we were, the continuity and the chemistry, how fast it's flowing and connecting is pretty impressive. I think Coach Phil and Coach Gunner and Coach G are pushing to the limit every day and making sure we're A1 on our calls and know who's thinking what. So it's just flowing good. And I think Coach Prime really makes practice feel like a game. So compared to my other school, you kind of had to do extra conditioning yourself. But Coach Prime, the intensity of the practices, it kind of makes the game more easier conditioning wise. But offensive line, I think that was a good game to light the spark for the season for sure.
And just you personally, what was it like just playing in a new uniform finally?
Oh, I mean, it was beautiful. I think those are the most nicest uniforms I ever put on in my life. But it felt like a blanket almost. But it was cool seeing the crowd sold out and everyone supporting. It's a real atmosphere being here.
Tyler, go ahead.
Hey, Justin, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. You obviously lined up next to Jordan Seaton throughout the game. What did you make of his first collegiate game, and how do you feel like he handled things throughout the game?
Oh, that's my little brother. I think he's learning fast. He's very mature for his age. I feel like it's fun playing next to him. It's really exciting. So it's cool. I think the combinations we have are so unique, and I think that helps us play effectively as a unit for sure.
Marlon, go ahead.
Hi, Justin. Rylan Scholes from Rugby Report. Last season against Nebraska, Coach Prime's message to the team was, "It's personal."
It's personal.
Is that carrying over to this year? Are you feeling that same way heading into a big rivalry game on the road?
Yes, sir. I feel like every week is personal, especially this one. It's a bigger game because it's rivalry week, but we want to attack every game like it's rivalry week. Nebraska out here is going to be sold out and all these things, but that stuff doesn't phase us. We practice hard. We have the crowd noise going, so I think Coach Prime is getting us prepared for a great game this upcoming Saturday.
Brian, go ahead.
So, Justin, your former teammates played against them last week. You able to get any insight from them about what that game was like?
It's a whole new team over there now. I think I only know one person on that team, but I watched them. It was kind of crazy. It's like my old team playing them, but I can only say so much about that. But it was cool. I learned a lot. It's just crazy how it works out. It's my last school I was at, and then now I'm playing them, so it's kind of funny. But I picked up some things. I texted a few of the guys. They gave me some insight and some of the D linemen and stuff. So it's good.
Go ahead, Matt.
Justin, without getting too specific, watching the game last week, and then you got a couple of really big dudes on that defensive line. What have you seen out of Nebraska's defensive front?
I gave it to them. I think their game on both sides of the ball is really their trenches, probably O line and D line for them. We know their personnel. We're studying them pretty hard. So I'm not really worried about the size. As long as we rely on our technique and be aggressive, I think we should be good.
Justin, last week you guys were able to pass the ball a lot, and that passing game was super efficient. Do you see anything changing this week? And do you guys plan on running the football and really using that offensive line?
Oh, yes, sir. I feel like we can do both. We can pass and run. I feel like the play calls and the system we have this year really opens us up to do that. Of course, we want Shador to throw for 10,000, and we want our running backs to get 1,000-yard rushers. So I think as the games go on, it's going to get easier and easier, and I'm excited for this week.
John Trichke saying, as an offensive lineman, crowd noise can be a factor. They're calling it maybe the most rabid crowd in a couple of decades at Memorial Stadium on Saturday. How do you prepare for that?
I think this is what everyone wants to play college football for, to play in the biggest games, the biggest stages, the most fans, the most people watching on TV. I think it's just the platform that we all want to be on. I think the fans you can use it to your advantage. You know what I mean? You can silence the crowd when you're running down their throats and scoring. That's what we want to do. But the fans, we're not worried about it. I think it just hype us up a little bit more. I think it'll be good for sure.
Hey, Justin, Pat Graham, Associated Press. Last couple of years, they've kind of overhauled the line, they kind of better protection and jumpstart the offense. I guess, how do you, Eric, we talk about, cohesion and building that trust with each other. How do you go about that? Maybe are there some ways you do off the field that you guys become a better team?
Oh, yes, sir. I think it's one, they got a great group of guys, including myself. We're all just real people, and I think the chemistry is real. It's not forced or fake. So I think that's why it's connecting so quick. I think us hanging out outside the field helps as well, and knowing who likes what and what gets who going, so stuff like that. But I think, like you said, the chemistry and doing things off the field kind of helps as well, for sure.
Go ahead.
Nick Edwards, Hughes Sports Report. When you go back and watch the film against North Dakota State, you look at the line. Are there any elements of improvement, and what do you feel like you really did well in your game?
I feel like you can always improve. I mean, for the first game as a unit, I think it was like a couple of pressures I heard and one sack. The goal is to have no sack a game. Compared to last year, I know it's like night and day. I've heard compared to the O lines, but we're not worried about last year. We're worried about this year and setting the tone. So I feel like even us having one sack was kind of a punch to the chin a little bit. So, including myself, just studying our plays, practicing our technique, working on pass pro and finishing in the run game is what helped us all out, including myself.
Jack, go ahead.
Hey Justin, getting the opportunity to play in these huge games against Nebraska, just how much of a factor did that play in your decision to come to Colorado?
There was a lot of factors that played in coming to Colorado. I mean, who wouldn't be here? Who wouldn't want to be here? I mean, the NFL experience, the how real they keep it, how much they want you to be a better player on the field and a better man off the field, and just being on a big stage. And as offensive line, we normally don't get any hype or no one really knows about you, which is a good thing until you get a penalty, and then everyone knows about you. You know what I mean? But I mean, being here is just a great fit. Shador is a great guy. I think as soon as I hit the first day at the portal, he called me like 5 times. I didn't even know it was him calling me. So it's just the camaraderie we have. It's a great feeling to be here. So I'm excited. Mm-hmm.
Anything else for Justin? All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.